शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातं तपोनिधिं। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। अविकाराय शुद्धाय नित्याय परमात्मने सदैकरूपरूपाय विष्णवे सर्वजिष्णवे यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण जन्मसंसारबन्धनात् विमुच्यते नमस्तस्मै विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे। ॐ नमो विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। So continuing the namas of the Vishnu Sahasranama, we have begun the 91st verse, which we will review again. भारभृत् कथितो योगी योगीशः सर्वकामदः आश्रमश्रमणः क्षामः सुपर्णो वायुवाहनः. So in this verse you can see the 10 namas here. Bharabhrit Katitaha Yogi Yogishaha Sarvakamadaha Ashramaha Shramanaha Kshamaha Suparnaha and Vayu Vahanaha. So the first one, Bharabhrit, we saw that briefly, and here Bhagavan is praised as the one who is the Bharta. Bharta is protector or supporter and who carries the Bharam. What is the Bharam here? The load. The load here is the entire universe. Yeah, and even the emotional load, it is said, So sometimes, we, the jivas, we are caught up in a certain pattern of thinking. And we say that, oh, what if the population becomes too much, on this world? Actually, population is decreasing apparently now. That is the reverse problem. Or if a certain species gets extinct or this forest disappears, we get caught up in these worries. But here, this nama shows that, Bhagavan is carrying the weight of the entire universe. So we have to unload this extra notion of responsibility. The example is often given of that local trains, And when we get on with our luggage, do we still continue to hold the luggage on the head or in the hands? No, we put it down. So the train of life is already moving. And hence, that is the meaning of this, is Bhagavan who is supporting the earth and carrying all the loads for everyone. Yeah? So here it inspires us to have that Sharanagati to Bhagavan. Then Kathitaha. Kathitaha means praised or talked about. Bhagavan is the one who is praised in all the Shastras. In the Gita also chapter 15 we saw that shloka. Sarvaihi Vedaihi Ahameva Vedyaha. In all the Vedas, I am the one talked about. So whether it is, Vedas means what? The Shastra here is, whether it's Yoga Shastra, Narada Bhakti Sutras, or Upanishads, or Gita, Puranas, Itihasas, what is being talked about? Bhagavan. How to reach Bhagavan, how to approach Bhagavan, who is Bhagavan, what is his Swarupa, and hence Kathitaha means this nama praises Bhagavan as, the one who is the main topic. Then we have Yogi. Yeah, Yogi comes from the dhatu yuj. Yuj means to yoke. Yoke means to connect. It is probably the most frequently occurring word in the entire Gita. Yoga, yogi. So here Bhagavan is praised as a yogi who is to be attained by connecting. Yeah, connecting how? Connecting by a yoga. And so there are all these various yogas, Bhakti Yoga, Raja Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Karma Yoga, Buddhi Yoga, and then of course Jnana Yoga, by which one accomplishes the connection, Jiva, Ishvara, Aikya connection. So Bhagavan is praised as the yogi. And not only that, the next nama is Yogi Shaha. Bhagavan is the Ishaha of all the yogis. That means Bhagavan is the Yogeshwaraha, the Lord of all the yogis. The Gita also, Bhagavan has said this, no? Imam vivasvati yogam proktavanaham apiyam vivasvan manavi praha manurikshaka vedavit. So that is the source of all yoga. Bhagavan says, I taught this yoga. I am the source, and I taught it to the sun. The sun taught it to Manu. Manu taught it to Ikshvaku. And this whole knowledge has been coming down from time immemorial. So that is the Yogi Shaha. Then Sarva Kamadaha. Sarva Kamadaha means Sarva Kaman Dadati. So Bhagavan is a source who grants the fulfillment of all the kamas. And the kamas we know can be classified into the 4 purusharthas, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. And so the entire humanity in their various degrees of maturity are praying to Bhagavan for this and that. And so Bhagavan is the Sarva Kamadaha. Then Ashramaha. This has got 2 components, A and Shramaha. Shramaha means what? Effort, struggle. And A means up to, defines a limit. So this word means, we understand ashrama to be a hermitage or a gurukulam, like Manjagudi here, where one can unwind, rest and relax, listen to a nice upadesha, have sattvic ahara, be in the company of Satpurushas, and away from the rajas of the cities. That is an ashrama, because all the shrama can be dropped here and one can relax. So Bhagavan is praised as the ashrama, because the moment we do Bhagavad Japam or a puja, we feel relaxed. That is ashrama. Then ashrama is also the stage of life. Chatur Varanyam, that Varnashrama. So every ashrama is also a manifestation of Bhagavan. So in every ashrama, we have some shrama. Yeah? And then that is a place which has manifested for me, and I come into the ashram and then grow out of the ashram. Nobody can stay in any ashrama forever. Yeah? So it is meant to grow into the next and keep moving on. And that, what about after sannyasa ashrama? Atyashrami. Atyashrami means total renunciate. That means you don't even identify with the sannyasi role. So those are the different meanings of ashrama. Then we have Shramanaha. Shramanaha, Acharya Adi Shankaracharya defines as the one who afflicts dukkha. Now, why will God punish anyone? God neither punishes nor rewards. We know that. But it is one's own karma phalam manifesting as sukham or as dukkha. And Bhagavan has manifested as that law, as the karma phala data. So, that is the meaning of Shramanaha. Then Kshamaha. Kshamaha, Acharya defines as Kshinaha Karoti. That is the one who causes decline, aging, and finally disappearance, and then again to manifest. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. So, the one who makes this happen is being praised here as Kshamaha. Then we have Suparnaha. We have heard this before in Mundaka Upanishad. Dvau sayujau sukhayau suparnau samanam vriksham parishasva jate. Remember the Pakshi Kalpana? So the word Parnaha means wing. So Suparnaha means the one with wings, and that is the bird. But here Acharya Shankaracharya takes the meaning of Parnaha as foliage, leaf. And so we recall the Vriksha Kalpana from the chapter 15 Gita. Urthamoolamadash-shakham ashwatham prabhuravvyam chandamsi yasya parinani yastam veda sa vedavit. So Bhagavan is praised as that Urthamoolam, the root of the samsara vrikshaha, whose foliage, which are the chandas. Chandas means what? All the karmas, karmakandas, and which is dense and perpetuating and protecting the samsara vriksha. And yes, yaha tam veda saha vedavit, the one who understands the samsara vriksha along with the root. Urthamoolam is a vedavit. So Suparnaha is referring to, the tree Kalpana. Then the last nama here is Vayu Vahanaha. So Bhagavan is as though the transport for the Vayu Devata. Yeah, because Bhagavan empowers Vayu Devata to blow and flow. Yeah, so that is the order. And the Vayu Devata obeys the mandate of Bhagavan, and so Bhagavan is praised as Vayu Vahanaha. So these are the namas in this. We'll move on to 92 now. Dhanurdharot dhanurvedah dando damaita damaha aparajita sarvasaho niyanta niyamo yamaha. Dhanurdharo dhanurvedo dando damaita damaha aparajita sarvasaho niyanta niyamo yamaha. Here the namas are Dhanurdharaha, Dhanurvedaha, Dandaha, Damayita, Damaha, Aparajitaha, Sarvasaha, Niyanta, Aniyamaha. And because of the Sandhi, we can take it as Niyamaha also. And same rule, Ayamaha or Yamaha. Okay. So Dhanurdharaha. Now Dhanurdhara is easy nama. Dhanush Dharati. So the wielder of the bow. Yeah, who is that? One is Sri Rama Kodandapanihi, and the other is the Sarangapanihi Mahavishnu. There is a temple in Kumbakonam here. So here Bhagavan is praised as the avatars that have appeared, who are the wielders of the mighty bow. And then Dhanur Veda. Not only do they have these weapons, these mantra powered weapons, but they also have complete mastery over it. Veda. They understand how to use it. Now remember, Sri Rama would never let even one arrow go waste. Once the arrow is strung in the bow, it had to hit the target and mission would be accomplished with a single arrow. So that is the Dhanur Veda. So like that, there are many Upavedas, Shastra Vidya, Dhanur Veda, Ayurveda. All these are manifested, from Ishvara at the time of Srishti. So Dhanur Veda. Then we come to Dandaha. Dandaha, these three words are connected. Dandaha, Damayita and Damaha. Yeah? Dandaha is the system of justice or punishment. Different countries will have different ways to punish offenders. Middle East, we hear are so very strict. Even they won't hesitate to give capital punishment also to an offender. So some are lenient, some are more powerful. So Dandaha is that form of giving justice or a penalty or a punishment. And who gives that? Damayata. Damayata is the one who awards the decision or the punishment. So there are many Damayatas, are there not? Like, for example, the judge, or security, or a parent even. The parent will decide how to punish the children for something that was not done. So here, Bhagavan is the cosmic law, and punishes the offenders. But really, it is Bhagavan through the law of karma that is the punishment that one gets. Some form of pain or affliction. Why is it awarded? Why do parents, punish the children? Because it should not repeat. So when one goes through the pain, then that is the lesson we learn, not to repeat that offense again. So Dandaha and Damayita. Then Damaha, the next word is the actual penalty, punishment, which checks installed in the parliament. Then Damayata is the wielder of justice, and Damaha is the punishment itself, the penalty, the fine or whatever. So all these three are connected. Then Aparajitaha, Na Parajitaha, the one who is invincible. So Bhagavan cannot be defeated by anyone. Simple Nama Aparajitaha. Then Sarva Sahaha. Here Shankaracharya gives a meaning of Samartha, the one who is very capable. Sarva Sahaha, and also who withstands everything. Yeah, we see that the earth withstands, bears everything. Parents also forgive everything for their children, but Bhagavan is unmatched when it comes to forbearance. Sarva Sahaha. Then we have Niyanta. Niyanta means the governor. It's like the cosmic taskmaster. So Niyanta is, Bhagavan is the one who is empowering, who is delegating, who is distributing the tasks. Agni should be always hot, and the wind, Vayu, should have the blowing capacity. Yeah, the sun should have the energizing capacity. So he is the one who empowers all the devatas with their functions. That is the Niyanta rule. Then we have here Aniyamaha and Yamaha. Now, we know from the Yoga Sutras, there are 5 Yamas and 5 Niyamas. Like Ahimsa, Brahmacharya, Satyam, Aparigraha, and then Niyamas are like Shaucham, Ishvara Pranidhana. Basically the do's and the don'ts. 5 don'ts and 5 do's. But here Bhagavan is praised as Aniyama. Aniyama means all the rules and laws and functions have manifested from Bhagavan. So Bhagavan does not need any vidhi or nishedha. He is beyond all that. So hence praised as Aniyamaha. Bhagavan does not have an authority or a boss to report to, and is of no need for any niyamas or yamas. So Aniyamaha and Ayamaha. Neither yamas nor niyamas apply to Bhagavan. And another meaning for Ayamaha we can take as, there is no Yamadevata for Bhagavan, because Yamadevata is also a Devata, personifying a principle. Yeah, but who has empowered Yamadevata? Bhagavan. And we know that Bhagavad Tattvam is Ajo Nitya Shashvatoyam Puranaha Nahanyate Hanyamane Sharire. So the Swarupa of Bhagavan is Amrityuhu, Ajaha. How can there be Yama for Bhagavan? So Ayamaha. That is the meaning there. So that is the 92nd shloka here. Let's move on to 93. Sattvavan sattvika satyah satyadharmaparayanah abhipraya priyarhurhah priyakrit pritivarthanah. Sattvavan sattvika satyadharmaparayanah abhipraya priyarhurhah priyakrit pritivarthanah. Here the namas are Sattvavan, Sattvikaha, Satyaha, Satyadharma Parayanaha, Abhiprayaha, Priyarhaha, Arhaha, Priyakrit and Priti Vardhanaha. So, Sattvavan. Whenever you have this Van and Man, the pratyas in Sanskrit are tavatu. Yeah, that is in the sense of ownership. Buddhiman, Gunavan, like that. So here Sattvavan is endowed with Sattva, the one Bhagavan. But Acharya says here we have to take the Sattva meaning as courage and valor. So the one who is courageous and valorous, like we see in Sri Rama and Sri Krishna Avatara. No? Then Sattvikaha. Now Sattvika refers to the guna, the one who is endowed with Sattva guna. But in the case of Bhagavan, this Sattva guna is called Shuddha Sattva. At the Jiva level, at the level of the Jagat, what happens to Sattva? Can Sattva always be retained? No. Then a Rajas will creep in, because of the time of the day or what food we have eaten or the company we have kept. Then it may drop the tamas and then come back to Sattva. But not so in the case of Bhagavan. It's Shuddha Sattva. Whereas we enjoy Malina Sattva. Malina Sattva means little bit contaminated with Rajas and Tamas. Yeah, that's the way it is for this Anatma Jagat. So Sattvikaha. Then Satyaha. Bhagavan is praised as that Satyaha and which inspires the Satpurushas. That is the Paramarthika Satyam, Satgunas. Then Satya Dharma Parayanaha. This word Parayanaha comes a lot in the Gita also. That is Param Ayanam Yasya Saha. Ayanam means goal or commitment. So the commitment of Bhagavan is what? Always to Satyam and Dharma. So Bhagavan is praised as Satya Dharma Parayana. The one who would never swerve from Satyam or Dharma. Taittiriya Upanishad, we have this beautiful mantra, Satyam Vada Dharmanchara, like that. And Satyameva Jayate Upanishads. So that is the glory of Satyam. That is the nature of Bhagavan. Then Abhiprayaha. Abhiprayaha, colloquially it may mean meaning. No? What is your Abhiprayaha, we say? What do you mean? But here Abhiprayaha means the altar, Abhimukho Praiti, who is approached by us. That is you, Bhagavan. You are the goal and all of us approach you with all our prayers, our homas, yajnas, pujas, offerings. You are the who's receiving end. So, Abhiprayaha. Then you see, Priyarhaha, Arhaha and Priyakrit. Similar meanings, Priyam means what? Dear, beloved. So, Priyarhaha, note the Arha dhatu there. Arha means to deserve. So, Bhagavan is praised as Priyarhaha means one who deserves to be loved and adored. So why do we, carry flowers and offer? Why do we make special Naivedyam? Because we all find that source of all blessings, Bhagavan, to be adorable. And hence is praised as Priyarhaha. And then the next word is again Arhaha. Arhaha means who deserves to be worshipped. Because everything comes from Bhagavan only. So he deserves that. Then Priya Krit. And why does Bhagavan is to be praised and worshipped and loved and adored? Priya Krit. Because he's always doing good things, pleasant things. Priyam Karoti is always doing pleasant things, and that is why we have that mantra. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Really, that Bhagavat Tattvam as Atma Tattvam is the dearest object. Yeah? And so, Priyakrit. And then, Preeti Vardhanaha. Bhagavan is the one who expands our love. Initially, we all begin with loving in a small circle. We love our children, our pets, our plants, our parents and grandparents. Then the more we bring Ishvara into one's life, the love begins to expand. We see beyond our community, beyond our country, and then to the whole world. And that is the pursuit of Atma. Because Atma is Atma idameva sarvam. All that is here is Atma or Ishvara. That is called the Vardhanam. Now, how when we follow the Shastras, the mandates of the Shastras, we will find our love, expanding. Then we love to do things for others, and in a selfless way. And then we find joy in it. And then that is how the love expands in, outwards, concentric circles. That is the, I think the last Nama, yes. Then let's go to 94. Vihaya sagatir jyotihi, Vihaya sagatir jyotihi, Suruchir huta bhuk vibhuhu, Suruchir huta bhuk vibhuhu, Ravir virochana suryaha, Ravir virochana suryaha, Savitara vilochanaha, Savitara vilochanaha. Here the namas are Vihaya sagatihi, Jyotihi, Suruchihi, Hutabhuk, Vibhuhu, Ravihi, Virochanaha, Suryaha, Savita and Ravilochanaha. Now have you noticed most of the namas in this verses are connected with Surya, especially in the second line. Okay. So, Vihaya Sagatihi. Now, Vihayas is another name for Vyoman, space. And Gatihi, is movement. So, Bhagavan is praised as that which moves in space, referring to Surya, the sun. Actually, sun does not move, appears to move. It is the earth that moves. But this Nama defines as that which appears to move in space is Vihaya Sagatihi. And another meaning Acharya gives is the Vishnu Pada. How Mahavishnu as Vamana also moved and covered the entire space with the 3 steps. So that meaning also we take as Vihaya Sagatihi. Then Jyotihi. Jyotihi we have come across many times. Jyotisham apitat Jyotihi tamasah paramuchyate. The light of the self-effulgent light of Atma Tattvam, which is beyond all darkness. That is the Jyotihi. Then Suruchihi. Yeah. Now Ruchihi means what? A taste, an inclination, a liking. And Bhagavan is praised as one whose taste is Shobhanam. Bhagavan is always looking to bless and so bringing about auspiciousness. So he is Suruchihi, praised as Suruchihi. Then Huta Bhuk. Huta, is offering or offered. Huta Bhuk. And this Bhuk comes from Bhuj Dhatu, the verb. The verb Bhuj means what? like bhojanam, to eat. So Hutabhuk is the fire that is consuming our offerings. Whatever is Hutam, whatever is offered along with the mantras, Hutabhuk is referring to the fire as the Vahanam, who will transport the offerings along with the Sankalpa and the mantras to the deities. But Bhagavan is praised here as Hutabhuk because ultimately who is receiving all these offerings? Sarvadeva Namaskara Keshavam Prati Gacchati. Bhagavan is receiving. That is the meaning here as Hutabhuk. Then Vibhuhu. Vibhuhu, we saw in the Mundaka Upanishad also, Vividham Bhati. That which is all pervasive and shines variously in all the beings is Vibhuhu. Then in the second line you see all of them are connected with sun, S-U-N. Ravihi, Virochanaha, Suryaha, Savita and Ravilochanaha. First Ravihi. Ravi is a very common name for the sun, but Acharya gives the name as Ravihi is the one who, Rasam Adatte, who actually drinks the essence. How? By evaporating the waters and as though drinks the water, forms the clouds and sends it back to the rain. So, Ravihi is the recycler. Recycler causing the water cycle, the food cycle, and that is the Ravihi. Then we have Virochanaha. Now here, this is not an Asura Virochana, but Bhagavan is praised as Vividham Rochate. Vividham Rochate means the one who shines in various forms, just like Vibhu, Virochana. Not only as the sun, as the moon, stars, fire, lightning, galaxies. Vividham Rochate, Virochana. Then Suryaha. Suryaha, comes from the root Sute. Sute is like that Prasava. Prasava means birth, So, Surya has created the whole world. The world of plants, the world of water, causing rain, foliage, seasons, weather, day and night, life on planet Earth. So, it's like the whole Jagat is created by the blessing of Surya. So, Surya is the Nama for Bhagavan here. And also, it is because of Surya that we have an internal clock and an external clock. Now, we have divided the years into months and days and minutes and seconds. And also, there is an internal clock. So, it is said that Surya is the impeller of all our activities. We get up before sunrise and we conduct our activities as per the sun. And when the sun sets, we also shut down and then unwind and are ready to sleep. So that is another meaning as impeller, Surya. Then Savita. Now Savita sounds, in fact, many people name their daughters, girls as Savita. But really it is a masculine Shabda. Savitra Shabda. Rikaranta Pullinga Shabda. And it comes in the most powerful mantra, Gayatri mantra, Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. That is the Savita. One prays to the Savitra Devata shining in the sun to dispel the darkness and ignorance from our minds, intellect. So you are that Savita. Then Ravi Lochana. Lochana means eye. So from the earth, when we look up, it appears the sun is the eye of Bhagavan. That is why the sun is called Lokasakshi, who is watching and witnessing everything with that mighty eye. So Bhagavan is praised as Ravi Lochana. So then we have the next one is 95th. Ananto Hutabhukbhokta Sukhado Naikajo Brajaha. Ananto Hutabhukbhokta Sukhado Naikajo Brajaha. anirvinna sadamarshi lokadhishtanam adbhutaha. Here the namas are Anantaha, Hutabuk, Bhokta, Sukhado or Sukhadaha, Naikajaha, Agrajaha, Anirvinnaha, Sadamarshi and Lokadhishtana, Adbhutaha. These are the namas here. Anantaha, easy nama. Anantaha na antaha yasyasaha. There is no end to Bhagavan. He is limitless, eternal, and appears infinitely as forms, functions, laws, species, but who is free from time, space, and form. So, Anantaha. The scientists are exploring more and more and bringing out wondrous discoveries, but they've not even touched the, a tiny part of that infinite. And so Anantaha. Then Hutabuk. Just now we saw Hutabuk in the last verse. Again it has come here. So here, again we go to the verbal root, dhatu. The bhuj dhatu has got two meanings. One is that bhojane, that consume. The other meaning is palane, to nourish. In our Shanti Patha, Katobanish Shanti Pathas, Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahana Bhunaktu. Same Bhunaktu. May that nourish and protect who? Teacher and student, we say. So here, Hutabuk praises Bhagavan as the one who's going to protect what I have offered to him. We saw just now in chapter 17, the powerful mantra Om Tat Sat will make up the lapse, the omission, commission, if Shraddha is not there, enough Dakshina is inadequate, Muhurta is not proper. Still, Bhagavan is praised as Hutabuk, means the one who will protect the act of offering and make sure that there is a result for the performer. Yeah, that's why we say Krishnarpanamastu. And that is the meaning we will take here, that Bhagavan is the ultimate receiver. But does Bhagavan need our offerings? Not at all. Otherwise, he will not be Bhagavan, right? Bhagavan is complete, Purnam, Aptakamaha. But Bhagavan is giving us a chance to offer and to purify ourselves by Yajna, Dhanam, Tapas. But we have to do it properly. And if we do not know the rules, we have an easy mantra for that. Om Tat Sat. And so Bhagavan is Hutabuk, who receives and who protects Palani. Then we have, next one is Bhokta. So Bhagavan is the ultimate enjoyer. Yeah? This has come in the Gita also. Na Upadrashta, Anumanta, Bhokta, Evacha. Now, we have seen this analogy many times. Now, Atma Tattvam is like the Shiva seated in a throne in the Garbhagraham of this heart. No? Heart is a temple and Shiva Tattvam is there. Parvati is the Madhihi, intellect, and all the pranas are like Shiva Ganas, running about, performing functions. Then what is Shiva Tattvam receiving? Receiving all the sense perception. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. It is as though our Jnanendriyani are bringing in offerings to the Maharaja, Atma Tattvam, seated in the temple of the heart. So, figuratively, we say that Yatyat Karomi Tattad Akilam Shambho Tavaradhanam. So, whatever I do, it is all your Aradhana. In that sense, Bhokta. Actually, Bhagavan is Akarta Abhokta. But Bhagavan is appearing to enjoy in every jiva. No? So when I say I am enjoying prasada, it is actually Bhagavan in the form of the jiva who is enjoying all these inputs. That is the meaning there. Then Sukhadaha, Sukham Dadati. But the da can also mean Dyati, destroys. So, Bhagavan grants Sukham but can also take away Sukham. Again, same meaning as karma phala data. Yeah? And when we understand, have the knowledge of Bhagavan, then there is moksha sukha. And then when we distance ourselves, then there is dukkha, alienation. Naikajaha. Naikajaha is a simple negation there. Na eka ekajaha. Not born one time, but many times. Naikajaha. Referring to what? Referring to the avatars. Na bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacharjana tamyaham sarva vedaham natvam veda parantapa. Bhagavan has said in chapter 4 to Arjuna that many births, Arjuna, hey Parantapa, has happened for you and for me. But the difference is the Jiva will not remember. But Bhagavan knows all the births. So, as Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Balarama, Rama, Krishna and so on, so many births have happened. Whenever there is a call for help, extreme call for help, then there is a manifestation. And for many people, even the gurus are like avatars only. They consider, their avatar. Then we have partial avatars, incarnations as Adi Shankaracharya, So, Naikajaha. Not just one, but Sambhavami Yuge. Then Agrajaha. Agrajaha means the one who is the eldest. Firstborn, Prathamaja. Who is that? In Srishti we all know now, by now. Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha or Brahmadev or the firstborn or the cosmic mind. First, that Hiranyagarbha, Brahmadev is born, is shown very graphically in the Puranas, from the navel of Mahavishnu reclining, which is the causal avastha, and then comes the subtle avastha, and then comes Virat, the grossest physical universe, who also got the name Brahmajaha in Kathopanishad. Okay, but here it is Agrajaha, referring to Hiranyagarbha. Then Anirvinnaha, again repetition, this nama has come before. Anirvinnaha means na nirvinnaha, never dejected, never frustrated. Why? Because Bhagavan is free from desires, free from raga dveshas, is enjoying his ananda swarupa, his purnatvam. There is nothing for me to gain and nothing for me to lose, but just performing everything, srishti, sthiti, laya, but not in the least bit affected. So Anirvinna. And Krishna has, talked in chapter 6 in the Gita, Anirvinna Chetasa, you should meditate. Arjuna, meditate with the mind, Chetasa, which is free from worries by dwelling upon the Atma Tattvam. So this name has come twice so far. Then Sada Marshaha. Sada Marshaha means the one who bears everything, who is the most understanding of all. Sada Marshaha. Then Lokadhishtanam. Lokasya Adhishtanam. The one who is the Adhara for the entire Loka. The familiar example of the clay pot. What is the Adhara for pot? Clay. Right? So, what is the basis? The common denominator for everything, for the infinite Nama Rupas in the Jagat? You. So, you are the Adhishtanam. See, when I perceive a snake, that rope snake analogy in Vedanta, there has to be an Adhishtanam, a locus, on which I superimpose something else. So I mistake the Adhishtanam rope for the snake. Like that, that example is standing for what? The entire Jagat is like the snake superimposed on the Adhishtanam rope, which is Bhagavan, which is the Satyam. So Satyam Mithya, we can understand. Then we have Adbhutaha. Yeah, Adbhutaha, the last nama here. Adbhutaha means wondrous. Now you take anything in the Srishti, it's a wonder. Flowers, species, planets, galaxies, and we talk about the seven wonders, ancient wonders, modern wonders. But a child would say, even to be able to feel or see, hear, taste, and smell, these are itself the five wonders. And then the Gita talked about the four kinds of wonders, in chapter 2. Ascharyavat pashyati kaschidenam ascharyavat vadati tatha chainya, like that. The one who looks upon the Atma is a wonder. The one who talks about Atma is a wonder. The one who listens as a student is a wonder. And the fourth wonder is the one who listens to the Vedanta Shastras and who still does not get it. For lack of adhikaritvam is also a wonder. Yeah? So it's a wonder all the way. Why is it a wonder? Because Acharya Shankara explains that Bhagavan manifests the entire universe, is an active participant, but asanga, distinct and unattached. Yeah? And coming to the jiva, we look outwards all the time for happiness, peace and security, when it is right here and now as Atma Tattva. That is the wonder. It is so very evident and obvious, but still one can miss it. That is the greatest wonder. Then let's move on to 96th. It's a wonder that we have reached 96th shloka. Also, Sanat Sanatanatamah Kapilak Kapirapyayaha Swastida Swasti Krit Swasti Swasti Bhuk Swasti Dakshinaha Sanat Sanatanatamah Kapilak Kapirapyayaha Swastida Swasti Krit Swasti Swasti Bhuk Swasti Dakshinaha. The namas here: Sanat, Sanat, Tanatamaha, Kapilaha, Kapihi, Apyayaha, Swastidaha, Swastikrit, Swastibhuk, Swasti Dakshinaha. Very beautiful nama, no? Swasti, which comes in the second line. So here, Sanat. Our religion, if at all, Hinduism is the modern nama, but the original nama is Sanatana Dharma. And Sanatana means Sadatanaha. Sada means always. There was never a beginning, never an end. Anadi Ananta. So that means you can say ancient, but it is that which is before time and space manifested. So when the Srishti began, then space was born. We know that subtlemost element. Along with space, what is born? Time. Time and space go together. And then in the time-space canvas, we have the entire Srishti. But Bhagavan is outside of the time-space canvas and Sanat. That is the meaning there. Referring to the Nitya Vastu, which is timelessness. If you see right now, the past, when we look back, reflect on the past was present at some point of time, and the present is going to become the future. Rather, the future is born of the present. So what is really there? Only present. The present alone is there. And so when we see that really there is only the eternal Nitya Vastu. Yeah, and that is Sanat. Then Sanatana Tamaha. That Tamaha is the superlative pratyaya. When we say happy, happier, happiest, Tamaha refers to superlative. So Sanatana Tamaha is most ancient. That is, we say Brahmadev has a tenure of so many millions of years. He is Pratamajaha. But Bhagavan is Sanatana Tamaha. He is even more ancient than the most ancient yuga the most ancient, Brahmadev, anything ancient. Then Kapilaha. Kapilaha also has come before, referring to the sage. There is a Kapilacharya who has founded the philosophy system called Sankhya. That Sankhya is, by the way, not the Sankhya Yoga of chapter 2 Gita. It's a different model to understand Bhagavan. They talk about Prakriti and Purusha, and whereas Vedanta is different. Like that, there are Shad Darshanas, and Sankhya is one of them, attributed to Kapilacharya. But Shankaracharya gives the simple meaning of a color, brownish red. Kapila is a varna, color. And by that, Shankaracharya explains that, Shastras talk about a huge fire in the oceans, and then that fire became like a volcano, and then that caused islands which are brownish red in color. So Kapila, Bhagavan's manifestation. Then Kapihi. Kapihi, what would come to our mind? Monkey. But Kapihi, the word can mean elephant, boar, monkey. Yeah? And here, Kapihi, also Shankaracharya says, is the one who drinks cum. Cum means water. Again, referring to the sun. Now, how the sun recycles the water for the earth. Then Apyayaha. Apyayaha simply means what? Resolution, pralaya. So, Bhagavan, you are the point of emergence of Srishti and also the point of withdrawal, Apyayaha. And you see a star there in most books, Apyayaha. With that Nama, 900 Namas are over for Bhagavan. Then the second line has got all the Swasti words. Now Swasti, we chant it every day, Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayanta. Swasti means auspiciousness, Mangalam. So here, Swasti Daha, first word, Swasti Daha means Bhagavan grants Mangalam, auspiciousness, in the form of how all the Purusharthas, when we pursue Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, when they are granted, that is a sign of Swasti. But Moksha Purushartha is the ultimate Swasti. It is called the grand finale, because after that there is no more return. So, all that is offered is Swasti, and Bhagavan grants all of them. Then Swasti Krit. Swasti Krit is again Karoti, the one who causes blessings to happen in our life, through the Punya Karmas, at a relative level, absolute level, Swasti. All similar meanings, and Swasti is simply auspiciousness, blessing. And Swasti book is the one who enjoys the auspiciousness or protects the auspiciousness also. In the Gita also we saw that verse, Ananyas chintayanto mam yejana paripasate tesham nityabhiyuktaram yogakshemam vahamyaham. So Bhagavan carries the load. He will give Swasti, he will procure what we need and then protect what we acquire. Yoga and Kshema. So this is Swasti. At every level there is Swasti. And if we lose something, then we might think it is not Swasti, but it is really Swasti. So all that is here is Ishvara. When a painful situation comes or there is a loss, the Jiva, we will think, why this should happen to me? What have I done to deserve this? How can Bhagavan be so cruel? But in hindsight, when we move on in life, then we see that it has been a great blessing. One has learned some lesson or become mature and wise. It brought us to something else and something else, and then here we are. So ultimately, for a mature mind, everything is Swasti, and the source is Bhagavan. Then Swasti Dakshinaha. the word Dakshinaha means the one who has Dakshata. Dakshata means capability. We saw this meaning a lot when I did the Dakshinamurti Stotra. Dakshin, who is a Dakshin? One who is perfectly capable and samartha. So Bhagavan is an expert in giving mangalam, in giving auspiciousness. But again, what I have to do, I have to bring Bhagavan into my life. More prayer, more awareness of Bhagavan and letting go. Letting go of all these clinging and attachments. And so here, Dakshaha, capable of granting swasti. That is the 96th shloka. Then 97. Araudra kundali chakri vikram yurjita shasanaha shabdatiga shabdasaha shishira sharvari karaha. Araudraha kundali chakri vikrami. There's a yan sandhi there. Vikrami and urjita shasanaha. Shabdatigaha shabdasaha shishiraha and sharvari karaha. So, Araudra, Bhagavan is, of course, can manifest as Rudra, who is, Raudra Guna, but also Araudra. Araudra means who is never cruel, who does not have this, cruelty. Why? Because Bhagavan has no fear, no insecurities, no anger, no jealousies, no desires, no ragadveshas. So, there's no need to be cruel. That's why the Taittiriya Upanishad says, Dvaitadhi bhayam bhavati. So, when we view each other as separate, when there's a Dvaita buddhi and Dvaita perception, then there will be a sense of competition. I want what you have. You're not as good as me. I'm superior. You're inferior. Then that sets up all these negativities. And then Raudra Bhava can come. But in the Advaita, buddhi, when there is only oneness, how can anybody be afraid of anyone else? There is no second. There is only the one. That is the subtle vision. So if there is no second, there can be nobody will fear anybody or be angry or cruel with anybody. That is the ultimate solution for wars is this understanding that there is only one. Appearing in various costumes. So, Araudraha. Then, Peshalaha. Peshalaha is, Shankaracharya explains as one who is fascinating. Fascinating in whatever he does, whether it's an avatara, whether it's a law, whether it's a manifestation. Everything is beautiful and fascinating. Dakshaha, we just saw that. Dakshaha means, is there any problem? 1 minute. Any problem?
Yeah, Ma, you are doing the next sloka. Araudra Kundali Chakri.
Oh, okay. I forgot to look at the page. Thank you. Yes. I checked that. Thank you. So, let's go back. Yeah, correct. Let me go to the book. Araudraha, then Kundali. Yes. Now, Kundali means this Kundalam. Yeah, and we often see Bhagavan or Bhagavati described with Kundalam, sun and the moon often, and they have further interpretations. Yeah. So, this is simply a Upasana Shabda here, Kundali. Then Chakri, another Upasana. Chakri means the one with the Sudarshana Chakra. And it has been interpreted to stand for the time principle or the mind principle. Wherever there is mind, there is space and time. So, that is the Chakri, one who manifests the mind, space, time principle. And that is symbolized as the Chakra. Then Vikrami. Vikrami is simple, one who is valorous, courageous. No? Vikrami. Urjita Shasanaha. Shasana is governance. No? So, Bhagavan's governance or rule is Urjita, is excellent. Yeah, excellent in terms of anything you take. The laws, the functions, the velocities, gravity, all the nature of fire, wind, space. No, space, what is the quality of space? Avakasha pradatta. Space has to accommodate. That is why, we can eat and still there will be space for something more. That is the quality of space. So that is shows, how excellently designed and planned everything is in the universe. And so Bhagavan is Urjita Shasana. Then Shabdatikaha. Shabdatikaha means that which is beyond words. Ashabda, Asparsha. If Bhagavan is Aprameyaha, we are talking about the Nirguna Parambrahma, right? So Bhagavan is not available to be described by words or by concepts. He is beyond words, and that is Shabda Tigaha. Cannot be captured or categorized. No. Pratar bhajami vachasam agamyam. Pratar bhajami vachasam agamyam. It is beyond words. Because it is oneself, the Tattvam. But the next word says, it is Shabda Sahaha. It can be known only by Shabda Pramana. Shabda Pramana is Gita, Upanishads, Vedanta, Shastras. Yet, that which is beyond words can be understood only by Shabda Pramana. How is that? Initially by negation. So initially what will the Shastra say? That supreme reality, Nirguna Parabrahma Swarupa, is not available for the mind and senses. It is Ashabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Agandha, Ajaha, Amrityu, Aprameya, so on. Then it will say positively, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Brahma. It is, the Sat principle, it is the Chit principle, Ananda, Asti, Bhati, Priyam, like that positively. So it is the understanding there. Then we have Shishiraha. Shishiraha, you all know, is one of the 6 seasons. No? There is Vasanta, Grishma, Varsha, then Sharad, Hemant, and Shishiraha. No? There is a pre-winter and a winter. So Shishiraha is this mild winter that we have in the tropical countries. Mild winter. But in the winter is cool. So Bhagavan is praised as like the cool, wintry season that cools down the samsarika tapa, this burning fire of samsara, of fear. That is, Bhagavan here. Gita also praises, Svalpamasya dharmasya trayati mahato bhaya. If you understand even little bit of Bhagavan, some little karma yoga we do, little dhanam we do, little prayer, we'll be saved from the huge fire of samsara. Because that will reverse the tendency in my mind, the samsaric tendency. And I will bring more Ishvara into my life. So, Shishiraha. And the last one here is Sharvari Karaha. Sharvari means night, Ratri. And so the one causing night. Yeah. And you see, it is Bhagavan's magic, that causes the seasons, the sun, moon, night, day, everything. And Sharvari Karaha, the grace of Bhagavan manifests as this night between 2 days. That is a very healthy intervening break that the jiva needs. Otherwise, how can we resume karmas the next day? We need the Sushupti Avastha, because only in the deep sleep what happens? I, Swamini Sumatmananda, also dissolves. There is no I, there is no me, there is no mind. And only in that lap of nature can one truly relax. And then we are refreshed. So Bhagavan is praised here as the one who causes the night. Sharvari Karaha. Yeah? And Shankaracharya also explains here the figurative meaning. Yanisha sarva bhutani yasyam jagrati jnani. So the night is the night of ignorance, the avidya, nidra. What is day to the jnani is night to the ajnani. What is night to the ajnani is day to the jnani. That also we can take. So that completes the 97th shloka here. 98. Yeah, this is where I went on ahead. Akrura peshalo dakshaha dakshinna kshaminam varaha vidvattamo vitabhaya punya shravana kirtanaha. Akruraha peshalaha dakshaha dakshinaha kshaminam varaha vidvattamaha vitabhayaha and punya shravana kirtanaha. So some similar meanings are here. Akruraha, who is free from, cruelty, who is not cruel. Again, for the same reason that Bhagavan has no fear of anybody, no raga dveshas, so free from cruelty. Peshalaha. Peshalaha, I was telling you, is one who is fascinating. Fascinating Jagat, where every thing is created so beautifully. Action, laws are fascinating, and manifestation, avatara you take, how fascinating they are. So that is described with one word, Peshalaha. Then Dakshaha. Dakshaha means, we saw this in Dakshinamurti Stotram, Dakshata, one who is capable, Samarthaha. Because you see how the entire Srishti is manifested, Sankalpa Matrena. When we go to sleep also, is there any effort to dream? No. The mind simply by the Maya Shakti projects a dream. Yeah? So too, the entire universe is projected effortlessly with Dakshata by you, and hence you are Dakshaha. Then Dakshinaha, the one who has Dakshata is Dakshinaha, same meaning, who is efficient. Then Shaminam Varaha. Shaminam Varaha means you are the greatest of all those who have forbearance. The earth has so much patience, puts up with so many adharmas. Then the tree, the tree also is so patiently giving, but it is also harmed and cut. Parents or grandparents, they also give and give and give, but they have so much forbearance. But Bhagavan is Shaminam Varaha, the most forbearing parent or the Lord of all. Then Vidvattamaha. Vidvat is a Vidwan, a scholar, a wise person. But Bhagavan is the Tama, same Tama Pratyaya, is the wisest of all the scholars. Yeah, either Aparavidya, definitely it is a lesser knowledge. But even in Paravidya, Bhagavan would excel all. So he is Vidvattamaha, the wisest. Then Vitabhayaha. Vitabhaya is simple, one who is free from fear. For the same reason, Purnatvat. Then the last one is Punya Shravana Kirtanaha. The one who's, when we do Shravanam, listen to the glories of Bhagavan, when we praise through Kirtanam, or when we talk about Ishvara, that itself is a Punya Karma. So you are the Punyam that one would get by doing Shravanam and Kirtanam. So, all these namas we saw here. Let's move to 99. Uttarano dushkritiha punyo dusvapnanashanaha virhara Rakshana Santaha Jivana Paryavasthitaha. Uttaranaha Dushkritiha Punyaha Dusvapna Nashanaha Veeraha Rakshanaha Santaha Jivanaha Paryavasthitaha. Uttaranaha. Uttaranaha means the one who Tarayati, the one who helps one cross what? This Bhavasagara. What is Bhavasagara? The ocean of becoming, life of becoming. Why am I constantly seeking, wanting to get something, become something? That constant seeking, restlessly is called the Bhavasagara. But Bhagavan is the Uttaranaha, means by the knowledge of Bhagavan. As the previous names, we saw Ashramaha, so many beautiful namas, and that is why this pursuit of knowledge is called what? Tarana Vidya. Tarana Vidya means it helps us cross over from, the Karma Kanda, which is all about seeking, getting, into being. And that's why our local Swamiji in Hyderabad beautifully said, in being, there is no doing. And in doing, there is no being. So initially, we are all doing. And then we want to understand and simply be. That is the jnana. So the Tarana Vidya is praised here as Uttaranaha. Then Dushkritiha. We saw this in the Gita again. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. So the one who destroys the offenders, who destroys adharma, the dushkarmas, and manifests as the avataras. So you are dushkritiha. Then punyaha. Punyaha is the one who gives punyam, the giver of punyam. But to whom? To devotees, to Satpurushas who are following the Sanmarga, Punyam. Then Dusvapna Nashanaha. Dusvapna, we all know. That's why it is so important to, be careful about what goes into the mind through the Jnanendriyani. Because that becomes, the subtle portion will go to form the mind. And so from the subconscious, all the nightmares are going to come out. The tigers and the ghosts and the offense or whatever comes up. And so the more we do the spiritual practices, that's why it said before going to sleep, we have to unload. Karacharana kritam va, kayajam karmajam va, shravanajannam va, manasam va, paradham, vihitam avihitam va, sarvame takshamasva, jai jai karunabde shri mahadeva shambho. This one shloka we always chant at night. Whatever I have done, with my instruments of action, body, hands, feet, mind, speech, I unload, and please forgive me for all the aparadhas. Then you can do Ujjayi Pranayama or Om chanting, and the mind becomes cleansed. And then we will get into the deep sleep state quickly. And it is said the last thought we put in is going to be the first thought we'll wake up. If we sleep with a worry or a painful situation, we're going to wake up with that. So this is one thing we can do. So Bhagavan is the one who dispels the nightmares. Then Veeraha, this word also has come before. Veeran Hanti. So here the Bhagavan is the one who destroys the brave but adharmic people, who are asuras, the asura veeras, Hanti. Then Rakshanama and protects, the one who protects. Santaha is the Satpurushas. So Bhagavan's grace appears as the saints and Satpurushas who follow the Sanmargas, and they in turn bless us. So they are Bhagavan in real Namarupa in front of us, and that is how Bhagavan manifests. Jivanaha is life. Bhagavan manifests as Prana Rupena. if we just, sit in the morning and simply observe your breath, inhale, exhale. This is called prana vikshanam, observing the breath for 10 minutes, and we will understand a lot about Ishvara. Now, how the breath is the first thing that happened when we were born, right? And it's the last thing that's going to happen when life is over, right? In between, we have so many breaths as the prarabdha. So, that is the glory of Bhagavan who sustains Jivanam Pranarupe. Then we have Paryavastitaha. Pari avastitaha. Simple meaning, pari means paritaha, all around. And avastitaha is present. So the all pervading universal presence of Bhagavan is, whether micro world or macro world, is paryavastitaha. No? Antar bahishchatat sarvam vyapya narayana stitaha. Here we are chanting this Purusha Suktam and Narayana Suktam every day in the morning during Abhishekam. There it is said, Narayana is the Tattvam, is that which is Paryavastitaha, inside, outside, without exception, everywhere. That is the Paryavastitaha. I would like to do one more today to complete the target 100. Anantaruponantashrihi jitamanyurpayapaha chaturasho gabhiratma vidisho vyadisho dishaha. So here we have the 9 namas. Anantarupaha, Anantashrihi, Jitamanyuhu, Bhayapaha, Chaturashraha, Gabhiratma, Vidishaha, Vyadishaha, and Disha. Simple namas. Anantarupaha means the countless forms. There is no end to the Namarupas in this Jagat. But really who is Ishvara? Nirguna, Nirakara, formless, but appears in infinite forms. Then Ananta Shrihi. Shrihi here, Acharya takes the meaning of power and resources. Shrihi. So, Bhagavan is the one who has limitless power. Today power has been going on and off constantly here. But Bhagavan is really the UPS, uninterrupted power, and S is security. You can say uninterrupted peace and security, which is never fails, limitless. Jita Manyuhu, easy. We had Jita Krodha earlier. Manyuhu means anger. So Jita Manyuhu is the one who has conquered anger. Again, same reason, Purnatvad. Then Bhayapaha, the one who destroys Bhayam. Bhayam, we have seen earlier in the Gita, is always because of some insecurity one has. Some form of clinging would be there. I want this to continue. I don't want this to happen to me. This should happen to me. And then there is the fear. And it is always the fear of a loss of some anatma. Anatma body, anatma mind, anatma possessions, anatma relationships, anatma profession. So when we understand more about Ishvara and the purpose of life and everything, then Bhayam is going to reduce. So Bhagavan is Bhayapaha. Then Chaturashraha. Chaturashraha simply means Bhagavan is just and infallible, never partial. So with our limited knowledge and limited understanding, we may think, why was I born in this situation? Why am I here? But we are not able to see the big picture. And that is here meant as Chaturashraha is infallible. Infallible means that's exactly what one needs to go through. What is to be done by me. and Bhagavan is Chatushrushah. Gabhiratma means whose Swarupa, Atma Swarupa is unfathomable. We cannot put a label to it, we cannot define it. Gabhiratma, profound. Then the last three namas for today, they all have one common root, and that is dish. And dish means to instruct. So let's take the first one, Vidishaha. Vidishaha means who gives different kinds of karma palam to different people. Chaturvidaha bhajante mam ye janaha sukritinorjuna. Same karma palam will not come to any two people because shraddha will be different, effort is different, prarabdha karma is different. So Vidishaha is, vividhani karma phalani dadati. One who gives various karma phalam. Then Vyadishaha. Vyadishaha is the giver of various adisha or mandates. Yeah? And that also we have seen earlier how Bhagavan is distributing all the portfolios. No? All the devatas have different kinds of powers and functions and roles. That is Vyadisha. Indra, Bhagavan will say, you be in charge of heaven. Oceans, you stay here and you can't transgress the boundaries. Like that there's a distribution. Then Dishaha. Dishaha means the one who shows the proper way. Dishati. Proper way means to understand the means and the ends, dharma, adharma, what is the goal of life, and so on. So there is a common root there, dish dhatu. And dish means to instruct. That's why in the Totakashtakam we saw that verse now. Bhava Shankara Deshika Me Sharanam. A guru is called Deshika because Dishati shows the way, instructs or grants. And so these are the namas covered today. So we have crossed a century of verses, and in the 100 verses, the count here is 941 something. I went a bit fast today for a reason I will explain later. We'll conclude now. Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahimahishaha Go Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Varshatu Parjanyaha Prithvi Sasya Shalini Desho Yam Shobharahitaha Brahmana Santu Nirbhayaha Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityor Ma Amritangamaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.